The time I kidnapped somebody's baby, yes, I did. And there's good reason, so chill out. Don't freak out yet. Let me explain. Several years ago, I had to evict someone out of their home in Columbia, South Carolina. She was about 3 or 4 months past, or late on her rent. I tried to serve her at her home. I tried to serve her at her job, which I really try not to do unless you really piss me off. And I tried to serve her at her child's daycare while coming out of the daycare with her child. None of that worked. So I already had downloaded her information, her whole life story, her family's addresses, everything like that. I discovered on social media, because of course I have fake social media accounts to help me find people and interact with them, that she was going to her mother's birthday party on a Saturday coming up. Boom. So I made plans to be at that birthday party. When I got to the birthday party, there were several people there, several cars out in the, the drive and out on the road, close to the home. Everyone was having a good time in the back. She did not know what I looked like completely, and I'm really good at disguising myself. So I disguised myself for this. I went to the backyard where everyone was. Everyone's having a good time. I found my person. We'll call her Keisha. I went up to Keisha and I tried to be quiet. And I was like, Keisha, I'm serving you eviction papers. I wish the best of luck to you. I was really trying not to embarrass her because I don't want to do that at her mom's birthday party. Boy, did she flip out at me. Who the hell do you think you are, you skank? I mean, just every name in the book. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you've been served. Have a good day. I hope life gets better for you. As I'm walking back to my truck, her sister puts her baby behind my truck in one of those baby carriers. I know nothing about children and children's stuff, but those things that people just carry their little infants in, put that behind my truck with her baby in it. I was in shock. I didn't even know the baby was behind my truck till I got in the driver's seat and turned my truck back on. I kid you not. Okay? So I'm about to back up. Thank God I have a rear view camera. And the second I go into reverse, I see a baby thingy at the back of my truck. The woman is screaming at me through my window, her sister, I should say, is screaming at me through my window all these names, and I'm not taking her sister's house from her, and, I'm going to hell for doing this, and X, Y, and Z. And I was like, ma'am, if you don't move your baby, I'm about to call 911. I ain't moving my baby because I know as sure as hell you ain't going to run over my baby. She's like, I'm going to go inside and get my husband. He's going to beat your ass. I was like, okay. So I let her go in the house, and then I jumped out of my truck, and I grabbed that baby and I put it in my back seat, and I drove out the driveway and I drove around the corner where they couldn't find me, and I called 911 with the baby in the back seat. I sure did. The police show up to where I am at the curb, and another police officer or two show up at the actual house that I was at, and they talk to the parents, and the parents are like, we never did that. I don't know what you're talking about. She just took our baby. Well, I wear a body cam and I had a camera on my truck, of course, too, because people like to damage my property when life wasn't going their way. Okay, so I'm always prepared, and I always have evidence, and my evidence on my videos showed that woman, her sister, putting her child behind my truck in harm's way. I could have ran over that baby and never have known it until it was too late. If I did not look in my camera, but I knew I was at a birthday party and I knew there were small children and I wasn't going to take that risk. So I naturally looked in my camera and I saw that baby in that little thingamajigger. I couldn't believe it. The cops actually called Child Protective Services, which I was grateful for, because I'm so sorry. Hate me if you want to hate me. I don't care. Anyone that is willing to put their child in danger like that, over just being evicted, life goes on. You'll get another place. You're not going to get another child. Needs to be evaluated. Needs to have someone look into their life and figure out if that is a safe place for a child, because that, to me, was one of the most awful things I have seen with children involved being a process server. And I have seen some horrible things that I probably will never share on here because I still can't sleep at night sometimes. I have PTSD from some of the things I've seen doing this job, but I still do it. I've seen the worst in people and I've seen the best in people, but unfortunately it's more of the worst, just like this story. So y'all can hate me if you want, but I will always take up for a child. I don't have children of my own. I know nothing really about them, but no. That child was much better with me for the 5 minutes she was than with that mother, if you ask me. But that really happened. Yep. And I even had to show up in court and testify for the DSS case that happened, and I had to show up in court for the eviction process because the woman I was serving wanted to say that I put the baby in harm's way, and I had to bring my evidence and show up and say exactly what happened as it happened. But yeah, this is my life, guys. This is my life. See you later.